me feeling like I'm Akademiks. Can't
I think that's fair to say, right? Wow. Interesting. Chat, did y'all see No, I gotta go to Say Cheese. Bruv. You gotta hear Ksoo's dad do this mental gymnastic. He said, yeah, I told. But I ain't snitch. This is one for the history books, chat. Listen to this shit.
Phone call from Ksoo, and he wants you to pick him up.
No, 2020, I got a phone call from Crazy K.
From Crazy K. Okay, my apologies. Take us through that day. What were you doing before you got the call?
Woo, boy. I'm gonna get in trouble for this shit again, boy. I spent the night at the hotel with this little chick. And I was at the hotel getting ready to check out. I was supposed to have been out of town, but I was doing a little thing. And the little chick, I had a, old lady, she had an old man. So I get the call and I gotta get her back. I get the call. Crazy, he called me and said, hey man, I need you to go pick up Scotty. I'm finna drop you his location. He dropped the location, I look at it and it so happened, the location probably is close by me. Anyway, I don't think it's no urgent because he didn't call it, hey, I need to go 9. So I ain't thinking nothing of it. I take the little chick all the way across town, then I go back to pick up Scotty. When I get in the neighborhood, I see one police car. I pull to the location, I pull up in the yard, park in the yard, I call Scotty, I say, where you at? Boy, I'm out here. He like, I'm coming. He like, I'm coming. Then one time I see the helicopter, it was like in a distance, but it did circle over that way real low. It was low enough for me to see the guy in the helicopter. Mm-hmm. So I was like, well, nah, they ain't gonna call me for no bullshit anyway, So I wait about 10, 15 minutes in the yard and they finally come out. When Scotty come out, Butter, Dominique, with him, but they got on pajamas. So I'm thinking they're a little chick house and they, parents done came home, they hide and they gotta, get out. So they get in the car. They ain't come out the house running. They walk regular, get in the car. Now mind you, I'm in my car. An orange Challenger, loud orange as fuck. They get in, we pull off. They don't get in and tell me, hit it. We get off, we get on Arlington Expressway and they go to telling me what happened. Tell me that they got this, they had the old white lady in the house, made her lay down, lay on the couch, all kind of shit. I'm like, oh my fucking God. They tell me about, Scotty tell me about what happened. And now I'm like, fuck. In my mind, I'm like, I need to get these motherfuckers out my car. But I'm not thinking like a really regular citizen pull over, put their ass out or nothing like that because of who called me. Crazy K called me, you know what I'm saying? I'm do whatever for him, he called me to go get him, I'm going to get him. So I go across town to Grand Park and I switch cars because now I do know what's going on. I don't know what's going on before I pick them up, but now I do know what's going on. I switch cars and I take them way out to my house. Take them out to my house, they change clothes, they give me the clothes, and I leave. And that's my dealing with them for that day. That's my dealing for them. And people may think because I done that, I was in it, but that ain't true because, not to me, because give me the opportunity to say, I want to be a part of this, I don't want to be a part of this.
Yeah.
You know,
I get where he's about to
and
go
I
with
can't
this.
sit here and tell you that I wouldn't have son of Uber. I wouldn't have fucking son of somebody to go get them besides me. My car on these doorbell rings. My phone ping in this lady driveway. My phone ping in this area. All this. So how am I gonna say that wasn't me? I wasn't there. How am I gonna do that? You know, with this new technology, this phone, they followed after they find out, they followed my phone everywhere I went. You know, once they go back in it, they gonna check that phone data. So what I'm gonna say? Oh, there was 100 charges out there, but there ain't 100 charges registered to Abdul Robinson. Ain't 100 phones registered to Abdul Robinson that's pinged in this lady yard. I'm pinged in this fucking lady driveway. They got doorbell rings on this goddamn my tag. All kind of stuff. So how I'm gonna say what I'm supposed to say once Butter tell them that was me that came and picked them up. I never see Ksoo that day. I never see him that day. But the girl who went and picked him up, she testified. Ain't nobody talk about her. She testified that she went and picked him up. People acting like they didn't see. They took that same.
Now, he's kind of being a little bit dishonest. You guys see what he's trying to spell out, right? He's trying to say, I told, but I didn't snitch, because if I snitched, that means I was in on the plan and I was down to commit the crime, and now I'm reneging and I'm trying to, not take responsibility. I never agreed to be a part of this. So when y'all are saying I snitched, no, I told the truth of what happened because I wasn't involved in the crime. And he's going off the premise that to snitch, you have to be a part of the crime. Now, he's making some sense, but he also is using the fact that some people might not be familiar with the case. Yes, when they first called him and he testified to this, he didn't know that they just killed someone. That's what he testified to. By the way, there was no one else that testified, or there was no evidence that he didn't know before that the murder was going to happen. But it does get to a point where he knows that the murder has happened and he agrees to go burn the clothes. And at that point, you now become criminally culpable, and you do know about the plan, even though you didn't know about it before. You know about it in post, and that's why you get accessory after murder, okay?
Live with the same outfit. People act like they ain't seen none of this. They just act like I put this man in jail. I seen that it wasn't a way for him, me, or nobody to get out. So I got to play chess in this game here and get myself out of this to be in a position to help him later down the line. Because I still help him in whatever he need to be helped in. But I got to get in position. I can't do nothing. They know this, Butter get caught that day, the same day. When they're in there fighting with the lady kicked Butter in the nuts. And she see 1993 tattoo on Butter arm. So, when you go to jail, they gonna take pictures of all your tattoos. So they put together everybody who's supposed to have a tattoo. She picked Butter out. She can't pick Scotty out though. But when the case come around and the trial come around, Scotty DNA, they done pissed in this lady's house. They done used the bathroom in this lady's house. They done drunk water in this lady's house. God. They done fucking Scotty DNA all over the fucking front of this lady's clothes. Now Butter telling them that I came and picked him and Scotty up. That's collaborating all this evidence. But everybody is missing all this. It's just that somebody snitched. Somebody this here. I snitched. I told, but Butter collaborated all this evidence. I got me and Ksoo got arrested the same day. I don't feel like I snitched. I told.
Oh,
It's a
man.
goddamn difference. You know? Yeah, I got up on the stand. I'm owning up to that. But they got to look at the whole broad situation.
Nigga say he ain't snitch, he told, man. And then I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna take a piss real quick.
Reason being I'm thinking like this is because I know.
Now he's talking about why he testified against his own son. And I mean he's pretty much been explaining the whole time. He basically said, yo, they didn't give me a chance to make my decision whether I want to be a part of this. But let's hear his full reason, okay?
Me as a father to them. So I'm thinking like, oh,
Speaker music, I agree with the dad. You put me some shit I shouldn't have been in. I didn't snitch. My hand was forced. Yeah, but why did you burn the clothes? Like, why did you do anything then? Once you found out, I get it with the pickup, but once you found out, why did you continue to assist them, or why did you, like from what we know, it was his idea because I guess he knew more about crime. Remember, he beat 4 murders. He was telling them like, yo, what the fuck? Y'all have to burn these clothes. Y'all have to get rid of this shit. And obviously the police are looking for these guys because they're probably looking through surveillance video. He takes the clothes and he goes to burn them or like dump them or something like that. Let me take
okay, they gon' get me out of this. Let me give them a little time. If I wait 2 years, and I tell my lawyer, I say, look, get with. See, I'm using Ksoo, but I call him Keeman. I say, get with Keeman lawyer, get with Crazy K lawyer, get with them. Let's all sit down and see which way we gonna fight this thing. How we gonna fight this thing? They let their lawyers tell them, no, they don't think this is a good idea. Okay, if y'all thought I was on some bullshit or something, then hear me out like you've been hearing me out. I'm the one who been getting y'all out of trouble all this time now. So hear me out. Don't say nothing. Don't criminate yourself. Just let me do all the talking. Because they know I got a plan. Okay, Ksoo, you want to go to trial? This is what we're gonna do. This one I'm gonna tell my plan. This is how I'm gonna tell my plan. This the plan. I had 2 plans. Butter a serial killer. That motherfucker got some bodies.
What?
Hey man, we're gonna take and we're gonna let all these motherfucking victim families know that they are sweeping this shit under the rug because Butter is a state witness in this Ksoo case. So now all these families gonna go on an uproar. News, this, that, because of Butter. This gonna make him a bad witness. Second plan is this. If they talk to me, now these the plans. The second plan, if we don't want to go with that plan, let's do with this. I'm gonna get about at least 4 of these old ladies. I'm talking about over 50 in my grandma's neighborhood. They gonna come in here and they gonna testify that Ksoo was on their street eating breakfast that morning when this situation happened. We're gonna do like the state said. We're gonna let the jury figure it out. We're gonna let them see if they're gonna believe these old church-going ladies or they gonna believe Butter. See, I think the days of just sitting there with the burden of proof is on the state I think that's gone. Sad, but it's gone because you don't have to say nothing as a defendant. But I think if you have a defense, it's gonna look better in front of the jury. Does that make sense to you?
When you were testifying and you looked at Ksoo, did he look like he wanted to kill you?
He looked like he didn't believe it. I don't think it registered on him until after the fact. I don't think he want to kill me. I don't think he want to do nothing to me. It's just more so that he hurt, because I have a conversation that always play in my mind that me and him had. I know he loved me, and he told me, he was like, man, I used to wait every year for you to come home. I used to wait every year. Every year they tell me you coming home. And it was just to a point to where I just gave up. And he said, you popped up and you came home and you got me. Like that. You know what I'm saying? And that conversation, it just always play over and over in my head, you know, because of, I had to have a hand in him getting a life sentence.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to also look, that's the tail side of the coin. The head side of the coin is I got 2 1-year-old
What?
boys. I got a daughter.
Yo, that's crazy. Like, part of the reason he snitched, he's like, well, I got other kids. Fuck it, I got other kids. Yo, he treated his kids like toys. Oh, I got other toys. It's all good.
Too, little daughter. But the reason why, you know, the boys is because these are problems you have with boys. Girls are gonna have the little girl problems, and nowadays they have girl problems. They don't have goddamn, you know. And I had to think about them, and I had to think, man, that I got to save who I can save, if I can. I got to at least try, because Ksoo is already who he gonna be. And I would think because one of those little boys, Ksoo was stupid close with, and I would think that he would think about them too. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let me think about my little brother, man. You know, my little brother needed daddy, and all his other brothers going to jail. He need his dad out there, because those little boys gonna outgrow them mama's beatings. That ain't gonna be nothing to them.
Do you feel like without you testifying, Ksoo still would have went to jail for life?
Of course.
So you don't feel like you were the nail in the coffin?
No.
So that makes you feel better? Kind of.
I don't feel better in no kind of way with this situation. In no kind of way. Ain't nothing can make me feel better. I don't think that I was the nail in the coffin to say, because his live video and the video of the killing put him on the scene. His hair in the car, his fingerprints on the gun put him in the car. Now you got to go from here. These are all the things that I looked at before I made the decision that I made. If you in that car at the wreck, you was in that car at the murder. Because the murder started, then the car wrecked, then the neighborhood. Prosecutors gonna put all this puzzle together and present it to the jury. You got a dude that's admitting to 2 murders, testifying, but star witness, saying he was there. That's gonna weigh a lot with that jury. You know, now do I think what I did helped? Yes. But see, that go to show that his lawyers failed him, because his lawyer knew that the main thing for me was to identify him on that video. And his lawyer kept pushing this other dude. He kept showing this other dude. I don't know what happened. They had a sidebar. The prosecutor was finna play the tape, the recording. They had a sidebar. The judge wouldn't let them play the tape. I said, thank God. I said, oh, thank God, boy, this ain't finna happen. Ksoo lawyer kept pushing this other guy, this other dude. He was showing me another guy, Crazy Chris. He was showing me Crazy Chris. You know, this Crazy Chris. They was trying to make like Crazy Chris was the one who, they was trying to deceive the jury that Crazy Chris the one who did it, because Crazy Chris was supposed to have been sitting on Bibby early that morning, but missed him. I'm not Bibby, excuse me.
Oh, yeah.
He was supposed to have been sitting on Lil Buck early that morning and missed him.
Yeah.
So Ksoo lawyer kept pushing this. This motherfucking prosecutor got up with that video. And when the prosecutor was finna play the video, the judge said, hey, hold it. Prosecutor said, I'm not finna talk about the defendant. He said, I'm not finna say nothing about the defendant. He played the video. And he said, You made them play the video. Leave this shit alone. Get me from up here. I'm talking about Ksoo and them lawyers. Get me from up here so I won't have to do this here. That was the last part of the testimony that I had when, boom, they played the video. And he says, that Chris? What I supposed to say? And who is that? If this man don't constantly shove this in.
Yo, this nigga been locked up for too long, man. I think he manipulating us. He talking that jailhouse talk that he could probably explain to other inmates why he's telling. So he's sounding like a ghetto lawyer. Bro, just say flat out what it is. Yo, you're older. You feel disrespected that your son didn't tell you about the murder, so you're not about to sit for it. And you feel like you probably got still a good 20 years left. You've been in jail for most of your life. And you feel like, yo, you want to be free. You want to be free. It's fine. You're like, yo, you felt like your son has a chance on appeal because he said that stupid shit too. He said that the best thing that could happen to his son is that he's free. You know? And you can just be honest, bro. Like, you feel like you only have about 20 years left and you don't want to die in that jail cell. You want to give yourself a chance at life. And you realize it was either you or your son, and you felt like you owed it to your other sons to sacrifice him. And you feel okay with sacrifice him because you feel like he didn't consult you or give you the chance to make the decision if you wanted to be a part of the crime. You can just be honest. That's all it is.
In front of the jury showing them that this somebody else, he gives the prosecutor no avenue to play this motherfucking video while I'm up there.